Welcome. It's the Matic. It's the illest bird in the land. Welcome. It's the Matic. Welcome back to Matic. What is going on, legends? Thank you so much for commenting, liking, and subscribing to the channel. Let's get into today's new movie review, The Strays. It is a horror/thriller Netflix film. Let's talk about it. So the very beginning of this film, we learn about pretty much Neve. Neve is this unsuccessful black woman. She's got bills to pay. She's trying to get this better position at her job. So we see like the turmoil within Neve's life at the very start of this movie. And then it fast forwards to some years later where we see Neve again married with a white husband, her having biracial kids, and living in the suburbs. So there's a different setting and a different tone for this. One thing I did love about this film, this is kind of like maybe influenced by Jordan Peele, the director. He or she must have really had a major influence from his films, and that's totally okay. I like that. It's not like there's completely biting him, but you could tell the setup is somewhat similar. What I really did like about this film, we learn about Neve, and she's kind of changed. She's not the same Neve we saw at the very start of the film. Neve is pretty much code switching, meaning that she's like pretty much she's done to the extreme, and even her skin complexion. She's lighting up her skin tone. She's wearing all these fancy wigs. And in this film, we see that she kind of despises black people. Even though she has biracial kids, Sebastian and Mary, she kind of despises them. Even her husband. There's a scene, a set scene where they're making love, and you can see that she's not really feeling it. She's just like, look, I'm trying to get a better life. We can see that she has a better job position. She's like a head mistress at a school that her son and daughter attends. So that's very interesting. And also the husband is a he's got a decent job too. So we see that she upgraded her life. Like I said, she's in a suburban community, but she doesn't really deal with black people. Only time we see her deal with black people is The Family Secret, and we're going to talk about that pretty soon. And we see her, like I said, just putting on an act, code switching, to appropriate to that culture because she's trying to fit in, per se, to the dominant society, which is crazy, But let's talk about the kids. So the two kids that we do know of is pretty much Sebastian and Mary. Sebastian and Mary are her kids that she has with her new husband. And we see that pretty much their issues with the, she doesn't really like her daughter's hair. Her daughter gets this hairstyle that she doesn't like. Her son's kind of a bit of a troublemaker. Sebastian at school. And we see kind of like the type of mother she is. Like, there's a scene where she's like trying to like literally torture poor Sebastian. I said, man. But also, she has a secret. Neve's been living a double life. Unfortunately, we see these two black kids throughout the film. First, I was like, who are these kids? You know what I'm saying? Because you're like freaked out because she was seeing them. And then she like, go to the window. She's like, I just saw these kids. Or they'll be like on the street and stuff like that. I love the backstory that they did with her previous kids, the kids that her new husband didn't know about. And these kids are pretty much Marvin and Abigail. And we see the backstory, but why they are the way they are. We see what led to them trying to find their mother because she pretty much abandoned them due to the toxic relationship she had with their father. And we see them greeting and meeting her new family. They met the husband. You know what I'm saying? Sebastian, not Sebastian, Marvin met Sebastian at school. He ends up getting a job at the school to be the school janitor. Abigail befriends Mary. They become really cool. And then what I can say about this is there's some turmoil now because pretty much they want their mother's love. That's why pretty much they went looking for her because the other family on their father's side did not want them. So they felt unloved. You know what I'm saying? They were looking for their mother's love, and she pretty much is living this double life, and the husband had no clue that she has been living this double life. And it's kind of sad because when Marvin, we come to realize, is a lot like the father. He's very dominant. He's very controlling from pretty much what Neve is saying. We see Abigail kind of like her in some ways, to some degree. She's not as vicious as Marvin, but she's yearning for her mother's attention too, just like Marvin is. And pretty much the family suffers because Neve did not tell her new husband and kids that she already had a family prior to that. So she pretty much blocked that out of her mind that she had kids and stuff like that, which was very interesting with this film. I gotta say, the most shocking thing about this film pretty much was when pretty much Abigail and Marvin confront their mother at this event where it's nothing but pretty much white people there. Very emotional scene, very tense, uneasy. The ending. Let's talk about the ending for this film. The ending was very surprising for me, very unexpected. They left it possibly open for like a potential sequel, to be honest with you guys. When I saw, said, okay, it ended kind of in a way where they could like, hey, if it's a possibility to do a sequel, it could work. Also, the other thing that was shocking about the ending was Neve. Neve wasn't really Neve. She had another name. I was like, wow. And Marvin called her out by trying to, have this other name. Neve wasn't her real name. But let's get into the rating. So the rating for this film, I have to give it A minus. A minus. It was a really good film. Even though it drew from Jordan Peele's films like Get Out and Us, in some form of fashion, it was definitely worth the watch. Would I watch a sequel for this film? Absolutely. I would like to see a sequel for this film. I'm not gonna lie. But if this director does do another movie in this type of pretense where it's like horror, thriller, realism, I'll be willing to watch it again. You know what I'm saying? Like another movie from this director. But this is your boy, Blurmatic, guys. Have you seen The Strays, guys, on Netflix? Tell me in the comments. And also, if you have not subscribed to the channel, what are you waiting for, guys? Have a wonderful Monday or Tuesday, guys. And I'm out. Thank you for the support now.